Well, each year at Christmas, millions of tonnes of paper and plastic and cards go straight in the bin. Now, just think about your own house on Christmas morning with that ripped paper right across the floor.
Well, it is a sobering thought when we're supposed to be celebrating the festive season. That's why we've tried to turn our Christmas celebrations from red to green this year. Sophie Scott from the Australian Conservation Foundation's got some handy hints so you can do the same. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Great to be here. Thanks.
Yeah. Now, there are so many wonderful ideas on how you can have a green Christmas. What are some good ones, some good green presents?
Well, great green presents are vouchers and things like that. So say, for example, you've got a friend and they want some gardening done. 2 hours, gardening is a great present for them. Movie tickets, concert tickets, all those kinds of things have less impact on the environment than goods.
So hang on one second. So you do that vouchers?
Vouchers are good, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Good point, Sophie. We've been debating that this morning. What about decorations, Sophie?
Well, decorations, that's a really good point. And we can talk about Christmas lights because a lot of people have lights on at Christmas. And you can imagine all the electricity that's using. So a good tip is to buy green power, which is renewable energy, which is made from the sun, wind, water and waste. So that's a great way that you can still have your Christmas lights but have guilt-free Christmas lights.
So that means change your whole house over, doesn't it, to green power? Okay.
That's right.
Food. Let's talk about Christmas food.
Okay, so Christmas food, often we eat lots of different food at Christmas, and one of the key points to have a green Christmas is to reduce the amount of meat that you're eating at the Christmas table. So try one less serve of meat on your table. That's a good tip because the production of meat uses lots of water and energy to make that. So that's one thing you can do. And another thing also is to look at the fish you're consuming. So rather than consuming like a threatened species like an orange roughy, for example, you can choose a more sustainable fish like calamari or some oysters, whiting and things like that. So that's one thing you can do at the Christmas table to reduce your environmental impact.
Yeah. What about if you're heading away?
Okay, so if you're going away, that's a really good point because a lot of people will go away for Christmas. To reduce your environmental impact, you can actually travel within your state. So driving uses a lot less greenhouse gases than flying, for example. But if you do have to fly, because some of us do, or we have to bring our parents, from Melbourne or whatever, there's actually something you can do, a new scheme which is called carbon offsetting. So it means that all the emissions that are created by the plane that's taking your grandparents across from the UK, for example, you can actually offset those emissions. So you pay a company, say, Melbourne to Sydney will cost you $20. You pay a company and they'll go and source renewable energy for you so you can have a guilt-free flight again.
Fantastic. Tell me about some of the wrapping you've got here, because this looks really interesting. Newspaper.
Yeah, so you can wrap your Christmas presents with reused paper from last year, but you can also use newspaper.
This is really groovy.
Great.
I like the bag. Oh, sorry, I won't pick it up. But if we can... Yeah, see, guys, it's actually like a carry bag, but it's made of newspaper. That's great. Did you make this or did you buy it?
I didn't make that one, no, actually, but you can definitely buy those.
You can buy them, can you?
You can buy them online. And, recycled paper. These are recycled cards made out of paper.
And this is just gorgeous. So this is recycled?
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it's got leaves and rose petals and things. It's beautiful.
So that's made out of office paper. So if you're recycling at work, this is what it can turn out like. So
it's a good idea. If you're buying paper and cards, just have a look to make sure that they are actually on recycled paper.
That's right, exactly. Look for recycled.
And tell me about your tree.
Okay, so this is a native Wollemi pine, which is a great Christmas tree. It's a native tree, and it's quite rare. Now they're actually selling these. You can buy them online or at your nursery, and it's a great way to support native trees rather than exotics. And this is a living plant, so you only have to buy one and it'll just keep growing each year.
Perfect.
Aren't they the ones that grow massive too? They've got them sort of around the Hunter region, and then you go in and trek and see them like millions of years old or something?
Yeah, you can get all different species, but you don't want a big one in your house.
Well, I'm not going to live millions of years, so that's okay. But, oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah, they're an ancient species. It's great, yeah.
And Sophie, just quickly too, if you are heading away, a reminder about your hot water service as well.
That's right. Yeah, you can turn off, if you've got an electric storage system, which is one of the ones with the tanks, you can turn that off while you're going away because you don't need hot water when you're not there. And also a good tip is to turn off your TVs and all your VCRs and all that stuff because they're just going to suck up energy while you're away, so you don't need to turn them on.
And it's actually quite safe too. I mean, it's a good thing even if, apparently, if there's a storm or something, you can avoid that surge or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
So many benefits. Sophie, thanks so much for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
There's some good ideas for people like me that are still to wrap their Christmas presents and maybe finish buying them.
Those vouchers don't take much paper.
No.
Now, for more information on creating a green Christmas, go to our cooltheglobe.com website. Now, that is our special website. And while you're there, sign up for our Cool the Globe Challenge.